So here we have it. As the coronavirus spreads, six San Francisco Bay Area counties start to call a order to shelter in place. So they're ordered. This is basically a nice way of saying you're quarantined or locked down. As you can see, the streets of Bay Area, six Bay Area counties, are in lockdown currently in California. Is your county next? Is the biggest issue as to the reason why almost all the toilet paper is gone, because nobody wants to use buckets of water to wash themselves, and definitely as a last and a secondary option to use all the seashells down by Dana Point. So how do you protect yourself from this coronavirus? We're going to go ahead and get into the actual lockdown, and then we're going to get into things to stop the actually help yourself prevent yourself from getting this coronavirus yourself. So the counties, the health officials in six Bay Area counties ordered only essential services stay open. San Mateo's mayor said the order will last 3 weeks. So, like, nobody can go to the stores and stuff like that and buy stuff. So, yeah, good thing you sheltered all that toilet paper. But did you think about the seashells? Six counties in the San Francisco Bay Area will be placed under a shelter in place place directive by public health officials in a bid to slow the spread of the coronavirus. A move that will close virtually all businesses and direct residents to remain at home for the next 3 weeks. San Mateo's mayor, Joe Goethals, said he believed that the order announced in a pair of news conferences Monday afternoon put the six counties, San Francisco, Santa Clara, San Mateo, Marin County, Contra Costa County, and Alameda County, on perhaps the most restrictive public health footing anywhere in the U.S. Since the outbreak of the potentially deadly coronavirus. Keep in mind, it's only killed elderly and people with weakened immune systems, and not everybody, so it's not like deadly. San Francisco Mayor London Breed said that effective at midnight, city residents would be required to stay at home, except for essential needs, and that all but essential businesses and public services would be asked to stay closed. Starting at midnight Monday, the order will remain in place through April 7th. Many people are calling this the new normal, Breed said. It's the new normal temporarily in an effort to protect public health. These measures will be disruptive to day-to-day life, she added. But there is no need to panic. Right. Yeah. So you can't work, you can't buy your food, you still got your bills and rent coming through. Your car payment, don't care whether there's a pandemic. But yeah, don't panic. Right. Thanks. Words from the wise, obviously. Effective at midnight, London Breed stated in her, a tweet here, San Francisco will be required people to stay at home except for essential needs. Necessary government functions and essential stores will remain open. These steps are based on the advice of the public health experts to slow the spread of COVID-19. Only police and fire departments, hospitals, grocery stores, gas stations, banks, pharmacies, and restaurants serving takeout and delivery customers will be allowed to remain open under the shelter-in-place order. Officials said residents will be able to go to grocery stores and other essential services, but Goethals urged residents to not rush, adding that stores will remain fully stocked. Right. Um, the order further escalates the economic damage caused by COVID-19, this time hitting the nation's tech capital and a region that is home to nearly 7 million people. But many health I would say experts, not expects, but it says expects, but it's actually experts say extreme measures are needed to prevent the virus from spreading further and overwhelming hospitals and the healthcare system. The San Francisco Bay Area is a region hit the hardest by the coronavirus in the state. As of Monday afternoon, more than 280 cases had been reported in the six Bay Area counties: Alameda, Contra Costa, Marin, San Francisco, San Mateo, and Santa Clara, with more than 130 in Santa Clara. 130 people alone in Santa Clara have been diagnosed positive for the coronavirus. That's quite a bit. Of the 7 deaths reported in California, 3 have been in the Bay Area, 2 in Santa Clara, and 1 in San Mateo. Monday's order came from the public health officials in the 6 counties and from the city of Berkeley. Staying home is the best thing that we can do right now, said Goethals. I don't know, Goethals? He said the communities are trying to flatten the curve, reduce the speed of the contagion, so that there is not a sudden jump in cases that overwhelms hospitals. Dr. Grant Colfax, San Francisco's health officer, emphasized that there would be some give in the stay-at-home directive. You will still be able to walk your dog or go on a hike alone, or someone you live with, or with another person, as long as you keep 6 feet away from one another, Colfax said. He also said that the restaurants will remain open for takeout and delivery only, and for residents will be allowed out to get food and to care for relatives, he said. Together we will get through this, Colfax said. San Francisco Police Chief Bill Scott said police are asking the public to voluntarily comply, while violation of the health order could be enforceable as a misdemeanor. Do you hear that? While the violation of this order, could be enforceable as a misdemeanor. You could actually get criminally charged with this as a misdemeanor. That is an absolute last resort, Scott said. This is not about a criminal justice approach to a public health issue. We are asking for voluntary compliance. Dr. Sarah Cody, Santa Clara County's public health officer, said that customers will be expected to maintain social distancing even in lines at supermarkets or markets. Some Bay Area residents were taken aback by the news Monday. I am surprised because I feel like I am staying 6 feet away from people and hand sanitizing, and it just seems a little extreme at this point. And it just seems a little extreme at this point, said Dr. Nicole Longmuir, 66 years old, a largely retired addiction physician who lives in Contra Costa County. Costa County, and works a part-time. But it definitely makes my life easier because I was going to draft an email to my work saying I'm not coming in. Now I can honestly say I can't come in. Edward Collins, 71 years old, a retired police officer who lives in Pacheco, had a different reaction. He called the coming order a tempest in the teapot. He says, I don't know how we can stop the virus anyway. How we can slow it down, he said. To me, this is just a big inconvenience over something that is not much more than a cold. That's what he said. In Menlo Park, Israel Torres, a checker at Safeway, seemed both calm and frustrated by the pending announcement. He said the store, which is open 24 hours a day, was closed Sunday at 10 p.m. and reopened at 6 a.m. That was a first. Things have been crazy. They decided they had to close the doors. There's nothing on the shelves, and people were getting angry, he said. He wasn't wearing gloves or a mask. He said management hadn't supplied workers with these items. So they had not supplied workers with items. He happily accepted a small bottle of hand sanitizer from a customer. We'll have food here. I'm not worried about that, he said. The problem is how people are reacting. They're taking everything. Catherine Trent, 28 years old, a Lafayette resident who does public relations for a dentist, welcomed the action. She says, personally, I think I would have been more comfortable if it had happened sooner. She said, I think we are a little bit behind. I know it's going to be tough for everyone to stay at home, but it is necessary. Scott Santos, 56 years old, an insurance broker in the upscale East Bay community of Walnut Creek, praised the shelter-in-place advisory as a wise preventative measure that might have collateral benefits. He says, I see a lot of panic in people's eyes, but I also see a lot of cooperation, Santos said, and people willing to help each other. On Nextdoor, the social networking service, I saw a lot of people stepping up and offering to do store runs for elderly people and people looking out for each other. If this coronavirus had actually affected you, please leave a comment down below. If you're one of those people that are currently infected in the Bay Area and would like to comment, that I could actually, you leave a comment down below and I'll report on it. And I'll put it on my YouTube channel here, and we can do a shout out, and I'll actually tell your story on this YouTube channel if you drop your comment down below. The other stories is that I've heard of, even though that this is going to be a misdemeanor if you actually violate this order, I've also heard that Texas is also in some counties also supplying this type of stay-in shelter order. The thing is with them is that if you violate their order, you're looking at around, I think, 3 months to 6 months of jail time, or 180 days of jail time, plus a $2,500 fine for going outside of your house during their lockdown. Now, that was just a rumor that I've heard, and I don't know if it's actually true or not, but I guess we'll have to find out in the next coming days. I'm